last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Well,
Yeah, welcome to Hsinchu. No more Japan.
okay. I'm Grace, and today I'm very glad to share my experience in France. Well, I was an exchange student in Lyon, and because I went there for almost 5 months, I think there are too many things to say, so I just pick up something that I think it's must see for you guys, and I will show some pictures. I will talk about some special experience by showing some my favorite pictures, and I hope you will enjoy it.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, please let me know whenever you want. So, has anyone ever been to France before? Yes? 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 So, do you want to tell us what's your impression of France? Mark?
Yeah, your impression of
French.
French.
French or
French.
French people also.
I went to Paris for 1 week. I went to the Museum of Louvre, and I first would like to see the sculptures, very famous there. I talked with an old lady sitting there like a guard or a guide. But I talked with her in English, everything. She wouldn't speak any English with me. She perfectly understood what I said, but she responded in French. And then I barely understood what she said. I repeated everything she said in English, and then she said, oui, oui, meaning yes, you're correct. And then I found a statue. I think I really found they were so proud of their language. They are a little arrogant. But that was 15, 16 years ago. Because of the tourism, I think they made some changes. They evolved.
Yeah, thank you. They evolved.
Yeah, nowadays still some of French they don't speak English, but I think it's much better than before. Yeah.
Good.
And Mark,
Well, I think that Weichi or Sylvia said the right thing when she said that the French are a little bit arrogant when I was there, but more than 20 years ago. I don't know if it's changed now. So this is a long time ago, but what I liked about France was the food. I like the French food,
Yes.
and I really enjoyed going to the museums in Paris. I go to the Louvre, and I went to the Palace and Versailles, and I went down to the beach, the Riviera, and I rode a bicycle like 40 kilometers one day, up and back. The longest time I rode the bicycle, probably in my life. Yes, thank you. Probably in my life. Like 6 hours, but it was nice weather.
Good. I think Karen.
yes, Karen. Yes,
I went there about 10 years ago, and we wanted to visit Louvre Museum, but there was a strike, so we couldn't enter it. Yeah, so what a pity. And I like its Eiffel Tower and the river. Yeah, it's very beautiful and nice. Yeah, but I also think French are very arrogant.
Arrogant.
But they're still evolving.
Yeah, they don't speak English. Yeah.
I think Jennifer.
I went to Paris
My impression about France, about Paris is full of art. Because I went to Paris several days, just stay for several days, and I went to many museums, especially Louvre. I stayed there for several days, and the other museum. So I think it's very romantic and full of art.
I want to talk about strike. Actually, it's really common in France, and because I stay, my dormitory is in a hill, on the hill. So actually, it's hard to get to my dormitory without bus. Yeah, so it was really bad experience when there is a strike. But actually, when there is a strike, sometimes they still have some, how to say, very, they still have some bus number, just like 1 or 2 buses number. Okay. And sometimes I think they go on a strike just because they want holiday.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's too much strike, too many strikes. I just stay in Lyon for 4 months, and I met like 3 times strike.
3 times strike?
Yeah, and not only for 1 day. Yeah, so it's
amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So Lyon is here. It's where my school is, and I will talk about Bordeaux and Marseille, and maybe about Dijon. So this is Lyon, and Lyon. Okay. Lyon is the second biggest city in France, and it's really beautiful. There are 2 rivers passing through it, and it's Rhône and Somme. And I brought the map from Lyon, so if you want to look at it, just pass through it. It's really old because I used it for almost four months. And okay, this is. I just asked you about your impression of French, because my impression of French people are really kind. She is the lady I met on the flight when I was going to Lyon from Amsterdam, and she just talked to me a lot, and she asked me, my father is coming to pick me up, maybe he can also drive you to your school. And eventually they really drive me to my school from the airport, so I think they are really nice.
Grace, did they speak English?
Yes, she speaks very fluently English.